Have you ever stopped to wonder if you're really getting all the good stuff out of your healthy food? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on some super common kitchen habits that might be secretly sabotaging your nutrition. Let's get right into it.
Okay, picture this. You're at the grocery store, you're doing everything right. Your cart is overflowing with fresh greens, colorful veggies, whole grains. You're feeling pretty good about yourself, yeah? But what if I told you that a lot of those amazing nutrients could be vanishing before you even take your first bite?
In this quote, it says it all, doesn't it? It's not the food. It's us. It's our habits. From the second we walk in the door with those grocery bags, we start doing these little things, sometimes without even thinking, that basically open the escape hatch for all that nutrition.
All right, so let's get into our first section and just bust this myth wide open. You see, buying healthy ingredients, that's just step one. It's only half the battle. The real story, where the magic or, the mishap happens, is in your kitchen.
That's exactly it. The way you store your food, the way you prep it, the way you cook it, it can literally drain the life out of it. We are, without even realizing it, emptying our food of its power. So let's play detective and find out exactly where these nutritional leaks are happening.
Okay, first stop, your kitchen counter, the prep stage. I want you to think of the habits we're about to talk about as tiny little leaks in a pipeline. One leak might not seem like a big deal, but add them all up and you've got a major loss on your hands.
Okay, this one is huge. So common. If you chop up your veggies and then give them a rinse or a soak, you're basically just washing away a ton of good stuff. We're talking about water-soluble vitamins like B and C. They just dissolve and poof, down the drain they go. The fix is so simple though. Just flip it. Wash first, then get chopping. And the plot thickens. There are other little nutrient thieves lurking in your kitchen. First up, air and light. They're like kryptonite for vitamin C and B2, so tuck your produce away in a cool, dark spot. Next, that peeler? Thinking about peeling that apple or potato? Stop. The skin is a powerhouse of fiber and antioxidants. And finally, chopping things super tiny. Yeah, it looks fancy, but all that extra surface area just invites oxygen to come in and degrade the nutrients faster. And this really breaks it down for you. Look, step 1, you make the cut. Instantly, as you see in step 2, you've exposed all that fresh surface to air and light. And that kicks off step 3, the breakdown. Those delicate vitamins, especially vitamin C, just can't handle it. So what's the big takeaway here? Easy. Cut your produce right before you're ready to cook, not hours before. Okay, so our prep game is strong. We've plugged those leaks. Now let's walk over to the stove, because the way we cook is the next big moment where we can either lock in all that goodness or, well, tell it to hit the road.
Uh-oh. Remember our friends, the water-soluble vitamins? They're back. And they're the biggest victims when it comes to boiling. When you drop your veggies into a big pot of water, vitamins B and C are like freedom, and they leap right out into the water. And the longer they're in there, and the more water there is, the more you lose. It's a total jailbreak.
So this brings up a really important question. And I want you to be honest with yourself. After you've boiled your broccoli or your carrots, what do you do with that water? I'm guessing, like most people, you just pour it straight down the sink, right?
Whoa, hold on, don't you dare. That cloudy water is basically liquid gold. It is packed with all those vitamins and minerals that just escaped. So instead of dumping it, get creative. Use it as a base for soups or dals, thicken it for gravies, heck, even use it to knead dough. It's a ridiculously easy hack to reclaim all that lost nutrition.
So if boiling is tricky, what are the better ways to cook? Well, think less water and less time. Steaming, sautéing, roasting, air frying. These are your nutritional champions. They keep the good stuff locked in. And the methods you want to use, let's say a bit more sparingly. Definitely deep frying and overboiling. They are the absolute worst offenders for destroying nutrients.
All right, let's take a step back for a second. We've been really focused on the nitty-gritty of prep and cooking, but now it's time to zoom out and look at the bigger picture, because our overall eating patterns play a massive role in this story too.
And this brings us to a concept that is so important to understand. It's called hidden hunger. It's a sneaky situation where you're getting plenty of calories, you feel full, you're not hungry in the traditional sense, but because your diet lacks variety, your body is literally starving for essential micronutrients. You're running on empty, even with a full stomach.
This chart just lays it out so clearly. On the left, you see that monotonous diet. Look at that huge gap in micronutrients. It's massive. But then, look to the right. When you eat a varied rainbow diet, that gap starts to close. It's pretty amazing. The fix is actually fun. Eat the rainbow. All those different colors represent different nutrients that your body is craving.
And we've got to talk about two other major drains on our nutrition. First, ultra-processed foods. They're designed to be high in calories and, super tasty, but they're incredibly low in actual nutrients. They crowd out the real food. And second, skipping meals. It's a double whammy, because not only do you miss out on a chance to get nutrients, but it often leads to you craving those same processed, junky foods later on.
Okay, that was a lot of information I know, but don't worry. We're going to boil it all down, pun intended, into a super simple, easy-to-follow action plan. Let's call them your Nutrient Saver Rules. Here we go, your 5-step checklist to becoming a nutrient-saving pro. Number 1, wash before you cut. Number 2, don't peel what you don't have to. Keep those skins on. 3, cook with as little water as possible and don't overdo it. 4, save that cooking water. It's liquid gold. And number 5, eat the rainbow and mix up what you're eating. See? It's really not that complicated.
And look, the main takeaway here isn't about creating the perfect diet. That's not realistic. The goal is just to build smarter habits. These small, tiny tweaks we've talked about, when you do them consistently, they add up to huge nutritional victories over time.
So we've gone through a bunch of really simple changes you can make, right? From just changing the order you wash and cut to saving that cooking water. So I'll leave you with this question. After hearing all this, what's the one small habit you're going to try to change first?